But it's Villa who are making the first inroads of the evening. And, well, have they scored? The answer's no, just off the line. And now they have on the rebound. And City have got off to the worst possible opening here. And Aston Villa have scored already through Travis Patterson in the opening 60 or so seconds of the contest. Well, the Blues lost the ball. And then a little swivel and turn by Kellyman. And suddenly the Blues were stretched. Little poke forward towards the goal by Tommi O'Reilly. And then on the rebound, smashed in by Travis Patterson. So the Blues already find themselves a goal behind, despite the goal line heroics of Lacal Samuel. And it really doesn't matter about results at the moment, because it is a 20-game season and you only have to finish in the top 16 to get yourself in the end of season playoffs. This is about getting experience and learning patterns of play and trying to stop Aston Villa from grabbing a second, but they're not going to be able to do it as Omari Kellyman makes it 2-0. Well, Travis Patterson, who scored the first, very nearly got his second, but in the end it just bounced away and into the path of Omari Kellyman, who gets his third goal of the season and Villa's second of the day. And it is City 0, Villa 2. It's a steep learning curve. If you heard our pre-match interview with Brian Barry Murphy, he said, you know, I'm used to these early season performances from my own experience. Rowe coming forward, Dada Maskell in the way. Villa have undergone a bit of a change. They've brought in a brand new head coach for this season, who's at the edge of his technical area, the Spaniard. But he's going to watch Oboavwoduo giving City the goal. Terrific finish. First time with a left boot. It's his first goal at this level, Justin Oboavwoduo. And he showed how sharp he is when opportunities present themselves. The under-18's top scorer of last campaign. And the Blues winning it back in a dangerous part of the pitch. Will Dixon helping it on, Sodje with the setup. And Oboavwoduo with a crisp left foot finish. And the Blues needed to score the game's third goal. They've done it. And it was well constructed too. And tucked away neatly by Justin Oboavwoduo. Game on. And I'm delighted that that's the case. Not just because of the fact that this is a game that involves two teams who've yet to pick up a point this season. But Villa have won it back and City are stretched here. And they're stretched because Tommi O'Reilly's made it 3-1. And the 2-goal advantage restored for the visitors. And the Blues in possession. Alain looking for the right pass forward. And as Hamilton turned, he lost it to Richards into the path of O'Reilly. And O'Reilly finished sweetly into the corner. Well, Aston Villa have had 3 attempts on target in the match. They've scored from all 3 of them. And they lead here by 3-1. And now Alain had as many touches the ball as anyone, I think. Here's Galvez. Good ball towards Dixon, and Sodje scores. And the Blues are back in. Well, you felt that if they could create chances, they would score them. And it's now 3-2. Justin Oboavwoduo made it 2-1 earlier. Now Tai Sodje makes it 3-2. And, well, sometimes the commentator's curse can strike. And just 2 minutes ago, I said this is a game that'll have a lot more goals. I'm delighted to say I was right. There's the first of them. There'll be more. As Sodje makes it 3-2. Up towards Kellyman, who emerges with it for Villa. Sets out a nice ball as well. Brings in O'Reilly. Support from Patterson. So dangerous when they get to the final third. Villa, as they prove there. And there he is again, Kellyman. Scored twice last week. He scored twice this week. And it is City 2, Aston Villa 4 now. Well, they've been heavily involved, O'Reilly, Kellyman and Patterson. And it was those three who were pivotal once more, as Kellyman slipped it into the roof of the net after the low ball in was driven his way by Tommi O'Reilly. Hamilton tried to find Dada Maskell. Did win it. Here's Hamilton, now Dada Maskell. Hamilton again, up towards Oboavwoduo, 4-3. Second goal of the game for Justin Oboavwoduo. Well, you fancied that there would be plenty more goals in this half after the early exchange of strikes in the opening minutes. And this game has not disappointed in that regard. And Justin Oboavwoduo off the inside of the post makes it City 3, Villa 4. And there's still 2 or 3 minutes of added time at the end of this first half remaining. Maybe the scoring isn't over. 2 for Oboavwoduo, 1 for Sodje, who sadly went off injured. Galvez on towards Hamilton. Hamilton should get to it. He does. And he prods it in, and Dixon, and it's turned in by Alfa-Ruprecht. And he knew where the cameras were as well. And that equalising goal that you felt had to come at some point finally arrives with the 90 minutes almost up. Hamilton darting in. Dixon couldn't reach it. Alfa-Ruprecht did. It's his first ever goal in Premier League 2. And we have the most tantalising prospect of a 4-4 scoreline as we get towards the completion of the 90 minutes. Little more than the Blues have deserved. Up towards Simpson-Posey. First time ball to Sissoko. On towards Alfa-Ruprecht. He's onside. Alfa-Ruprecht's ball in. Up towards Kane Taylor. It didn't cross the line. Goodness me, how didn't it? Well, you can't get much more unlucky than that. Taylor, I think he thought he'd scored. It's the inside of one post, the inside of the other, and just about kept out by Zik in the goal. Gosh, that is the most cruel of luck for City. And the referee says that both these sides will get their first point of the season. Well, I guess in the circumstances, that's probably about right, because Aston Villa led 2-0, 3-1 and 4-2. But the Blues never gave up. 2 goals from Oboavwoduo, 1 from Sodje, and then a late equaliser from Alfa-Ruprecht has meant this topsy-turvy game has finally ended with this magnificent scoreline. City's under-21s, the EDS 4. Aston Villa's under-21s 4. And for the first time this season, both the Blues and the visitors get a point in Premier League 2.